Ernie Gill was 5 years old when his heart stopped. Measles burned through him for days. Fever climbed until numbers stopped meaning anything. In the emergency room, machines screamed. Shoes squeaked across polished floors. Someone shouted for epinephrine. Then everything went quiet. Ernie stood at the foot of the hospital bed. A small boy lay motionless beneath white lights, skin gray, mouth slightly open. He tilted his head. That's me. There was no pain, no fear, only distance. The room felt thin, like paper. Beyond it was something vast and steady. Not light, not a tunnel, a certainty, a feeling of being expected. It pulled at him gently, like a tide. He wanted to go, and then it stopped. Not denied, deferred. The pull reversed. The room slammed back into place. Air crushed into his lungs like ice. The monitor shrieked. He woke screaming. He grew up wrong. Not broken, not sick, misaligned, like a door that never closed all the way. At 7, he saw his grandmother standing in the hallway 3 days after her funeral. She wore the blue dress she'd been buried in, and she was looking at something on the wall, a framed photo of her own wedding, and she didn't move, and she didn't speak, and she never once looked at him. At 10, he saw a boy from school sitting on the swings the night after a car accident. Just sitting, dragging one sneaker back and forth in the dirt below the swing. They didn't glow. They didn't float. They stood. They waited. And none of them saw him. Ernie learned silence early. Children who see the dead become problems. Problems get examined. He didn't want to be examined. He watched his mother worry herself into insomnia over his quietness and said nothing to explain it. He watched a school counselor study him across a desk for 40 minutes and volunteered nothing. He got good grades. He played baseball badly, but with enough effort to seem normal. Chose nursing because hospitals made sense. Death followed protocol there. Time of death. Paperwork. Sheets pulled up neatly. He understood instinctively that he was supposed to be near it. He became a registered nurse and took the night shift at St. Catherine A.S., where the world felt thinner and fewer questions were asked. His first 3 years, he ate dinner alone in the break room at 3 a.m. He microwaved soup. He read. The dead lingered quietly in corners, confused and fading, and he gave them nothing because they had never given him anything either. He had a girlfriend for 11 months during his second year, a physical therapist named Dana who worked days and left voice messages he answered too late and eventually stopped answering at all. She told him once, gently, that she felt like she was reaching through glass. He didn't argue. After she left, he bought a plant. He forgot to water it. He told himself this arrangement, alone, quiet, useful, was enough. He had a purpose. He moved between beds in the dark and adjusted drips and held hands during the hard minutes and filled out the paperwork afterward. He was good at it. The dead stood in corners and he nodded at them sometimes, just slightly, the way you nod at a neighbor you don't know well. None of them nodded back. He was 31 years old, 8 years into this particular silence, when Mr. Diaz sat up. End of episode 1.